National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya. Yusuf Ibrahim is there covering this election for us tonight. Yusuf, I understand you have the chair of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, Wafula Chebukati.
Exactly. With him right now here, Yvonne, of course, this is the nerve center of IEBC. So what a better, individual to have more than the IEBC chair himself, Wafula Chebukati. Now, Chair, good evening, first of all. And I'm sure you've had a very busy day today. You've had a lot of meetings. So let me just begin with the first question here. There are a lot of, rigging claims that have been raised, especially by members of the opposition. And there are press briefings that they have been having. I'm sure this is not new to you, but with just a few hours to the elections, how can you best assure Kenyans that tomorrow's elections are going to be free, fair, and credible?
Thank you. Let me start by saying that the IEBC has prepared for Kenyans a free, fair, and credible election come tomorrow.
Yes.
6 a.m. We shall blow the whistle, and Kenyans start voting until 5 p.m. Now, we have laid down structures. We have provided materials, both strategic, non-strategic materials, and as where we sit as a commission,
yes,
we shall give Kenyans a free and fair election tomorrow. Yes.
Speaking about the KIMS, gadget, there are those who have raised concern about it, saying that it can't be interfered with. What measures have you put in place as a commission to make sure that these gadgets work properly?
Yes, thank you. If we can go a little bit back,
yes.
What is the purpose of the KIMS gadgets? What's their function? Their function is about verification of voters. They'll be used to verify the voters before you vote. Number two, we shall use them for results transmission. Now, in each of these scenarios, there is a backup plan. Like verification, we have the tablets are backed up by power banks in case the power runs out.
Yeah.
So ideally, we shall have power provided for at least 24 hours. If the gadget itself takes 12 hours and the backup battery takes 12 hours. So power issues are already sorted out.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the usage at verification level, it's already, the framework is there. And so when you talk about, you cannot vote unless you are identified biometrically. Yes. And in the scenarios where biometrics don't work, then there's a provision for complementary system of voting. Now, when it comes to transmission of results, we have the 3 mobile network operators all involved, Safaricom, Airtel, and Telcom Orange. And they have covered the whole country. And even where they don't have network, we have satellite phones which will be used to transmit results. So all provisions have been put in place.
Basically, you're saying we're going
yes.
to have a watertight elections. Of course, we're just
yes.
a few hours to the polls.
Yes.
We've seen demonstrations today in Kisumu. People saying that their names are missing in the register. As much as you're going to react to that, and can you once and for all assure Kenyans that they're going to be positively identified on these biometrics?
We have done trial runs. Remember, from 9th of May up to 9th of June,
yes.
we did verification of voters using the same kits. 6 million Kenyans stand up and were verified. And they all gave us a success story.
Yes.
So in terms of usage of the kits, we are very sure that there will be no problem.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
And about those whose names are missing in the register, you've seen the demonstrations
now,
in Kisumu.
Still now going back to... That's why we said, let Kenyans be verified. That was the purpose of verification was, if you have issues with your names, you go and get verified.
Yes.
Now, the demonstrations in Kisumu on the issue of the register are coming too late in the day. We cannot change the register. Remember, the tablet, the KIMS itself is a register. Each of the KIMS in the 40,883 polling stations is a register in itself with the names of not exceeding 700 names of voters per polling station. So if your biometrics are not there, and your biographics are not there, you'll not be allowed to vote. So those demonstrations are uncalled for. Those people should have gone to register early when we had the mass voter registration. They should have gone for verification. It's too late in the day for them to come out and demonstrate.
Okay, it's too late in the day. That is according to you. Now, those who are saying also, by the commission coming out and giving out the list of polling centers or polling stations that don't have internet, you have provided about 11,000 polling stations.
Yes, yeah, correct.
The timing, people are saying, why bring out the names now? Is this something that could have been done?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Okay, we in the commission, since we came in office, we believe that we must be transparent. We have reached out to all the stakeholders, and we have had meetings and given out press briefings in the name of transparency, because this election is about the people of Kenya, our #1 stakeholder. Now, when it comes to the communication about those polling stations you're talking about, it's about 2G, 3G network. These are places which only have 2G network. Now, from where we sit, and given the trial runs we have done, and as work as provided for by the network providers, the ones I've mentioned, the 2G may not be able to sustain transmitting the scanned form of the results. That's form 34A. Remember, there are two ways of sending the result. There's the text result and also the scanned result. That's the form itself. So there may be a chance that 2G may not transmit the form. But we are not saying it will fail. We are saying that in the event that it fails to transmit the form, then we encourage the presiding officers and the agents to move to the tallying center in the constituency. In the tallying center, we have made provision. All the 290 tallying centers have satellite provisions for transmission in case the internet has issues. But most of the tallying centers are on 3G. So that's why we're saying, instead of them sitting there and waiting for internet, they can as well move to the tallying center. But that's not going to be all the cases. We're just having a stopgap measure in case there's a delay. You've been in the rural areas, 2G can be a challenge, but still it may also work at the same time.
And that is where the oppositions are raising alarm. They're saying this movement from a certain polling station to the nearest tallying center, in between, that is where fishy deals are going to happen. Can you assure Kenyans that that will not
I want to assure Kenyans that two things. One, votes will be counted at the polling station. And after counting, the result will be, there will be an input of the result into the KIMS gadget by the presiding officer in the presence of the agents. Number two, Form 34A for presidential election will be filled at the polling station, signed by the presiding officer and the agents. And the result will be announced at the polling station, and a copy of that result will be pasted at the polling station. And once the result is in the KIMS gadget, is locked up for transmission, and nobody can interfere with it.
Basically, what you're painting a picture is that we are going to have a watertight election.
Absolutely.
Two final questions. The first one is, as far as your preparation is concerned, the opposition is saying that there's some sort of delaying tactics from the commission as far as the distribution of these voting materials are concerned. That is in regards to their strongholds. And about the diaspora, how many are they, and have you made sure that they're going to be facilitated? Briefly.
About materials, as of midday today, all materials were in the constituency offices, waiting for dispatch to the various polling stations. As we speak, most of the polling stations have already been serviced, and the distribution of all materials, including ballot papers, is ongoing. So that we expect all polling stations to have received materials by midnight today. Now, we have a distribution plan, a logistics plan. There's no discrimination. We follow the plan. There were a bit of hiccups here and there in terms of the weather, but all that has now been sorted out.
React about the diaspora voters.
Diaspora voting will start in the various diaspora regions from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., the local time of the diaspora countries.
Fantastic. Of course,
Yes.
we wish you all the best tomorrow as Kenyans go to the polls. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Well, Yvonne, that has been the IEBC chair, Wafula Chebukati, speaking to us here. The bombers of Kenya. He has already indicated that they have put all measures in place just to make sure that all 40,000 plus polling stations have been, given the gadgets and everything has been put in place. Let me now return you back to studio.
Thank you very much, Yusuf Ibrahim from the Bomas of Kenya. That's the National Tallying Center, the nerve center, if you like, of this election. Speaking to the chair of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, Wafula Chebukati, right here giving assurances that this will be a free, fair, credible election, that they are all set and it's all systems go once the polls open up tomorrow at 6 in the morning. Well, time will tell. Well, we want to take a short break right now. When we return, we'll have Linda with her panel of the ones we like to call the best experts in the country. She'll be speaking to them briefly when we come back. So stay with us.
Kivumbi 2017.